We will start with our 10:14 minutes. I will give everyone a copy. All right, I guess I'm supposed to read them out loud. Minutes from 10:14:25. We read 9:23 minutes. They were read and approved. Aaron Campbell, the Deputy Director of Wayne County Emergency Communications, presented information and went over an interlocal agreement to provide radios to the fire department. She provided a list of the radios that were to be dispersed, and this switched the fire department from VHF to 800 is much my understanding. Will most likely happen around the first of the year. The township will be responsible for upkeep, updating, and replacement of any of the equipment. Budget approval for 2026, Form 4 was provided to all the board members and reviewed. All questions were discussed. Jan Riggleman motion to accept, Cheryl Peacock second, Louis Artman abstained due to being on the fire department, and the 2026 budget was approved with the quorum of the board. And Form 4 was signed by all board members. We reviewed the September financials. There were no concerns. Capstone insurance premium was $23,706, and it was paid on September 6th of 2025. We discussed the fire safety workshop that was coming up in November for both Doug Wheeler and Lily Artman to attend. The road trustee would get the $200 fee paid and all of that. Cybersecurity and tech policy requirements are coming in the future. Just a note we talked about. Trustee had not yet at that time received an invoice from Shreves. I still have not. January organizational meeting was scheduled for January 6th of 2026. That is when I will provide salary checks for everyone that gets salary. We talked about the clothing allowance that we would get it prior to Christmas. That is the minutes from 10/14/25. So if there are any problems, everyone, 2 copies, one for me and one for Cheryl. So sign 2 copies.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Motion is made to accept the minutes as read. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries. Minutes be approved.
Get 2 copies here and sign. You guys keep yours. Sign these 2 and you 2 keep yours. Make it easy. Give your copy to Cheryl, Keith, and then sign this one. Okay, the next order of business is the Harrison Township Fire Protection Agreement. It is the same agreement. We said to renew that for 2 more years. So this is it, if you want to read it. Who wants to, anybody want to read it? It's nothing.
Nothing hasn't changed.
Nothing should have changed.
Cheryl, you good?
I'm good. Harrison Board has signed it. I've got 2 copies we need to sign. There's where we need to sign.
Doug, have you seen this before?
No,
Do you want to see it before they sign it?
they can sign it, I can see that when they
Okay.
sign it.
Just as a side note, while you're signing,
So the 2 copies, who's gonna keep the copies? You're gonna.
I have a copy and they'll get a copy.
Okay.
And then I have to submit it all with the, it all has to be on Gateway.
Okay. Because we misplaced it before, so that's why we.
I do not have, yeah, I do, yeah, I don't have a hard copy like to change dates and stuff
Yeah,
on.
we had one though. I'm sure we did.
But, like I say, Jamie brought this to me today. He has some kind of a hard copy that he would have out. Just what I was saying on the side note, you know, our capital improvements plan we had to do,
Yes.
he told me today, now I'm not sure, this is just for our information, okay? He said their board put aside a couple of $1,000 earmarked for the fire department if we needed something that was a couple $1,000. I don't think he can do that because my understanding was it has to stay in the township. But, well, you know, that's one of those things we're gonna have to, you know, it's one of those ongoing things we're all trying to understand.
I
But
sold a truck down in the county here, and they went to every person that they contracted with, got money from.
So I don't know, but he said FYI, the board, when they did their capital improvement plan, did set, you know, in their plan, that was one of the things they
Pretty smart.
earmarked.
Oh, it really is, I've never heard of that.
That way if we bump it up 2 years, we bump the contract up, the money's already there.
Yeah.
Well, and or he said if we needed anything for that amount and we didn't have the funds for it, you know, something like that. So
That's good.
like I say, I'm not sure how all that
Well,
capital.
we do that with the town of Brixton.
Well, that's where our money is gonna go. I'm assuming that's where we'll earmark our roads and infrastructure
yeah,
fund to
yeah.
go to. Now, we still have to get that memorandum of understanding with them, which the timelines on that, I haven't quite got figured out. But, we'll have to have that. These are both, I've got to sign. So this is good for 2 more years.
Size limits by 2027.
2027, December 31st. Just as a note, this contract does say if we are going to raise the rates, we have to have that decided by May of like 2027. So keep that in mind. If you're going to raise rates, they have to be notified by May of 2027. Alright,
What was she doing there, checking up on
5,000.
56, something?
That's just a 6 month.
That's half, yeah.
56, 86.
Yeah. Greens Fork is 4035, I think. Our next contract is the mowing. He kept his the same. One for him and one for us. It's the same as last year, 85 per service, not to exceed $1,700.
This is the same as that?
Yes, they're both the same. I need them both signed. If you are going to accept them.
It looks pretty good. It's got the big one on the side. Parts, gas.
I don't know that we've gotten to that. I'd have to look to see exactly what I paid.
I don't think he submits a bill.
He said, he's like submits me like twice a year. It's like $500 or so. I think the last one was $350 for total.
We did a call on his, when he had a child, more or less, same kid, so it's great. You visited me up, Cheryl?
Yeah. It's a test.
I didn't see it, I didn't write over your name. I'm number 2 now, so
Yeah,
number 2.
well, that's how she listed us, so.
Oh, I guess I didn't see that.
I thought you should be number 2.
I didn't sign my name. Usually I call it number 2.
Now.
Get the done pile here. I have to be organized. Okay, this, and I'm going to tell you what. Talked about was, of course, I don't do vouchers. I don't have a way to do vouchers. I just write checks. So I don't have a voucher thing where you can say here's a voucher. And people didn't recommend that anyway, but the one way that a lot of people were doing it was they would order food online, like you know,
Kroger's,
call,
yeah.
Kroger's or Myers or whatever, and order X amount of food for the person to pick up. And that seemed to be the most popular way for people to do that. Now, I have not had any requests, and I would not expect any, but I thought it would be a good idea to have that in place if I needed to do something like that.
You would order the
I
food for
would
them?
order the food and
Wow.
use the debit card, and then they could just go pick it up. That way I have control of what, you know, they might be able to give me a list
Yeah,
of things they wanted, but they would not get any cash.
yes,
Or
I
any
understand that.
money in any way, shape, or
I think
form.
that's very good, so, yeah.
I'm just thinking like a personal shopper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would
Yeah.
be. I would be a personal shopper. But, you know, it's a way that I could do it. Now, like I say, I have not had any requests. Hopefully I don't get any, but I felt we needed to have it in
Sure.
place.
Understand.
And plus we needed to get it for me to do office supplies for next year anyway.
Well, you know, you probably won't hear much until that gets publicized, and
Yeah,
then you're probably gonna get,
but they're getting their money now.
Yeah, they're getting it
Yeah.
now.
Do you have to publicize
No,
that?
this is not publicized. This is just a
Word of mouth, so-
resolution.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna say, well, we need to,
test the water.
So do we want to approve this and sign it? If you do your,
Yeah,
My daughter hasn't been to the grocery store in over 2 years.
yeah, I know lots of people that don't. I go for
vote
something
on
to
this.
do.
I mean, this
I
was
believe
just
we
something,
will need to vote
Oh,
on
you
it.
think so?
It's not gonna hurt, might as well
Okay.
vote on it, be right.
Cheryl makes the motion.
I motion that we accept the resolution for the trustee to use a debit card for the year of 2026.
One second.
motion on the floor. Need a second, you got a second? All those in favor, say aye. Okay, motion's carried.
Okay.
Is there a limit on that you can spend? Is
I
there-
did not put a limit on it, but we do have guidelines in our, which I did not bring today, our assistance standards as to how, like, how one person household or two, how much money we give if you look in our assistance
Okay,
standards.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And our policy,
Yes.
which we will revisit and look at in that January organizational meeting, okay? That's on the January list of to-do. These were things that were just easy to get done now, so we didn't have 50 of them to do in January. The next thing, we did this last year, but we never were able to do it because of our budget issues. It's up to you guys whether you want to renew this agreement with Jefferson Township. Like I say, I never did pay them last year because of our budget situation, but it was for the 1 year for 2025. So that's between, you know, he has given me a list, you know, there's quite a few families supposedly, now like I say, that they would visit that month, I'm assuming is what they do. We
What
talked
do we
about
put-
that.
What do we put in the budget for?
300.
A month or just?
No, one time,
Give it to them.
300 for the year.
That's fine.
We're getting 2 of those, and one for him.
I'll make.
And I did put it in the
Got a
budget.
motion made to
I second it.
continue the 300 to Jefferson
300.
Township. Andrew, you seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Now, does the church, didn't you say they do no longer have it? Because someone called me today asking, well, what they were asking about is, it was a church, and they were asking if we had any specific people that needed anything.
What our church?
And I said, well, the conversation changed to, okay, if we didn't have any specific families, they would donate to the food pantry, and they like to donate, they donated to the one here before, but they also wanted to know if you guys still had food pantry because they would donate to it. And I said, I thought you disbanded that.
I mean, and that's stuff.
Yeah, they're doing quite a bit.
They're doing a bunch. They did 50 meals the other day, I think, Howard.
I didn't have anybody's noticed it.
If we could do anything to help them,
Now, where are they? Right here.
and that's, yeah, they're starting to, they're trying to get enough equipment for playground equipment.
They got a commander that seems, I don't know who he is, be sure I'll see him for me.
Where did they pick up?
Commander.
Don't know. I don't know if they want, I can't believe they don't come back here.
Well, I know Kathy wants it, doesn't want more than, I will talk about that later.
Hey Doug, who owns that south of the police station now? Is it City of Greensboro over there?
Yeah, come in.
That'd be an ideal
That's
location.
sort of,
Oh,
everybody else.
yeah, behind the,
It's all
bus barn out
supervised.
here, it just, it was,
It's all supervised.
oh yeah, and you
Yeah,
can't get
see
to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not necessarily wheelchair accessible very well. So,
Well, it's okay for when the Little League was playing, or the swing set that day. With kids have something to do, but the little kids, you know, come and watch their little brother play. But I
Yeah.
think the city,
baseball net up there, battered the box a long time.
what happened to the swing set that was back there? I wonder.
What?
There used to be a swing set back there. They, what was left here from the school. I don't know, I don't go back there.
Okay, it was like here by the school, it's ancient, isn't it?
It was made out of big pie.
Okay,
It didn't even change the seat.
the next
Zoom in on it.
lovely
I
little
think it's,
piece of paper is salaries for 2026, which we did already agree on, but what was not included, that was the office rent, and I need to turn that in with office rent on it. So these are the salaries. The trustees remain 6,240 for 2026, 4,525 each per year for 2026. I mean, I guess we need to put that up, because we included it just in case, didn't we? It was 1,000. And fire chief Delia at 1,000 and assistant chief at 300 and office rent at 80 a month.
this has already been voted on before, right?
Except I have not included it.
So there's an amendment.
So there was an amendment to it. So yes, let's revote on it. Just use that.
Sure, let's try.
2026 salaries.
I make a motion that we accept the 2026 salaries for officers and employees.
In a second, second on the floor, all those, see, we got a motion and a second to accept the resolve officers and employees' salaries. All those in favor say aye. Abstain. Motion carries.
I did an email them, I made a copy.
Roberson Fire is now retired. You want to see no more bills from Roberson Fire. Hear that, right?
But,
No more Roberson Fire.
really,
Everybody retired.
That, what
They
you're,
take care of it? They take care of you good?
This is October financials. I did not email them. I made everyone a copy so you can look at them. If you have questions, feel free. And then initial your October that you saw it. And then give me back my certification. I would have you November's, but I don't have a bank statement. For November, we did spend $7,384.46 in November. I did have to pay an additional $741 to Capstone for the 2026 for the new rescue. So on top of our 23 whatever, I had to pay an additional $741. That $36 we paid before was just to finish out this year. Because I had to really look at that. When I first got that bill, I'm like, what?
Yeah. When we said that, I thought, wow.
But then I realized that that 36 was just to finish October, November, December. With 2026, I had to pay an additional $741.
So these are the outstanding clothing allowances we still have out?
Yep.
Since 23 and 24?
Yeah. Now those can't be cash now.
Right.
Those will fall off at the end of December. The 2023 checks will fall off and be added back in at the end of December. These will stay on through the end of next
Okay.
year.
Those, that check comparisons, so what will it be deposited into? What?
It'll just go into the bank. It'll go in the fire fund.
Fire.
Yeah. Both of the cash and will both go into the fire fund. And then should get a Greensport one soon. Whenever. Yeah. So how was the workshop? Did you learn anything or was it a waste?
No, we're not ready.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, yeah, we need to get an update on that.
It's not a race at all. The timeline's gonna be a little strict. In order to keep this going, we're gonna have to create a territory or a district. If we create a district, then it falls underneath county commissioners. If we create a territory, we still need a whole 3 to manage it.
And when does all this have to happen?
And so in order to get a territory going before we lose all funding, we're gonna have to have a territory by the end of 2027.
Which, see, 2027 is when all this other stuff kind of kicks in.
Yes.
Did you go into territory with Greensport and,
Jacksonville,
yes, and Clay Township?
yes. So Clay Township would be the main domain, and you would annex in the other 2.
And then where would that leave Harrison?
They'd be a member
They'd be a
of the
member.
territory.
Yeah.
And everybody's tax rate was that.
So yeah, so at the end of 2027, we would have to have all that in place. They did suggest, as far as an attorney, to set up your territory. You need one that's familiar with territories. So there's a lot.
Attorney-wise, would you estimate that might cost?
That I don't know, I gotta make some more phone calls.
Because I don't have lots of money allocated, but we should be good for 2026.
You need to talk to Jeff Hyman.
Okay,
He's done the territory, so.
okay.
So they're really giving you no option but to be a territory.
Or let the county take over. Just hand it all over to them. They did say the way it's set up, when you switch to a territory, so you gotta wait until,
Just approach it, but not necessarily.
It was so
He's
confusing.
a trustee.
There's a lot of stuff that they dish out.
We've got-
Well, I'm sure, I've been to those, yeah.
But they,
Yeah, and
so to hit the next tax levy, so by the end of 2027, we would have to be in place, but we wouldn't get any money until halfway through the year. So they're suggesting that the township takes that budget that they had left and they would support that fire territory until it's switched over to tax.
then you're supplying the same amount of what you're doing now.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's not like you're taking the town of Hagerstown on or anything.
Yeah.
It's the same
Same
territory.
area.
You'd be taking more of Harrison Township though.
And I was the only one from Wayne County.
You'd be taking all of Harrison Township. You wouldn't be splitting it.
No, we take the whole thing.
So then would they still have contracts, or would that all be
No,
included
no.
then?
No, they do part of the,
Because these are interlocal agreements.
There would be no.
There'd be no more interlocal agreements, because they'd be part of the territory.
same way.
They would have a member of their township on the board. Should be anyway.
Yeah.
So do you think territories are a good thing or a bad thing? I've heard bad things about it.
It's gonna be a whole lot better than becoming a district.
One thing about a territory is.
Or let the county take over?
Yeah.
Is the tax rate. You gotta keep the board under control. Because sometimes the board wanna build a new firehouse, buy all new trucks, and pay a couple people. You can't let that happen.
Yeah.
So basically, it's more the push towards getting rid of the township government.
It really is.
It really is more towards that, because if you don't do that, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
All you're gonna have now is poor youth,
yeah.
because you won't be doing the fire department.
So if it's a territory, who does the financing for the fire department?
Board.
What board? The fire board,
So
okay.
yeah, you basically, you would elect the fire board, preferably not people directly, members of the fire department.
So it's the push towards getting rid of township
Yeah.
trustees, okay. Where it's that,
They're
it's,
making you do it.
it's all that direction,
They're trying to.
yeah. They're going to. It's going to
They're
happen.
hoping you won't do the territory. You let the
Yeah, they're
county
hoping
do
you
it.
leave that up to them to take care of.
Now, are you familiarizing yourself now then what needs to be done to form a territory? I know I've read bits and pieces.
Yes. First step is gonna be talking to the attorney. That's gonna be the first step.
What kind of, because like I say, I know I've got some money set aside from township, but it's not a huge amount, you know,
What?
for attorneys. I mean, I suppose it could just come out
I
of
did have it.
something else with the fire fund on top if it was, you know, thousands of, several thousand. I believe,
I would imagine, I don't know about a consultation fee, that's why I was waiting for the money.
I believe I've only got like 800 set aside
I do
next
have.
year,
Dude,
but, you know,
I'm gonna send you Jeff Heimlich's phone number.
Okay.
okay. So that was my question on that.
It was very informative. It was a lot of,
Yeah,
I took a lot of notes.
Well, I know, I take my little notebook to all those
And I
things.
saved all the videos so I can watch them again.
I will forward to you, I believe they emailed me, like,
Yeah, you did, I got it.
okay, you got that, okay, the video or whatever of it,
I
okay,
got that.
okay, okay. So I did get that to you, all right. Because I thought that'd be good to have or you to watch since you didn't get to actually attend.
I started watching for it.
So are we happy with the new rescue? That was my other question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are we selling the old one still?
Yes, ma'am. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get it to where we can sell it.
Okay.
So what do we convert it over to, about 80%, you think?
No, I think it's, well, if you consider labor-wise, it's probably 30.
Okay.
So it'll be middle or later next year before it's ready or before that?
Probably spring.
Okay. And just curious on estimated what we're looking at.
Probably spring before we get it. Out there's,
think we should insure it till we have it.
Well, no, we're gonna go ahead and put it,
It's insured.
it's gonna be on runs,
Yeah,
because we're splitting stuff
I know
up.
it's on
The
runs, but-
extrication, we've got it, the extrication's the big thing
Okay.
to put in, so. As far as the medical gear and stuff like that, that's already taken care of that, so it's ready for medical. Just
What are you gonna do with the slide out that's in the rescue? I'm asking that.
it's not gonna fit anything we have.
Put a price on that when you're pricing stuff.
Okay. I know somebody may want it.
Maybe
Okay.
Okay.
if it fit in the back of the city, 2,500.
Yeah, it'll fit.
Fire runs, we do need a list at the end of December, remember, for Greens Fork and for Harrison. That's part of the contracts. So,
What is your run count right now, Doug?
I think we're sitting, just a little over 100.
We had to have 100 for the grant, right?
Yeah, we got to get
Still working on the grant.
pretty good goal with this.
I think that's everything I have for right now. Our next meeting is scheduled for January 6th. At that meeting, we will need to set our schedule for next year, so keep that in mind, because I will need to publicize that and get that in the paper. So we'll need to set our schedule. We will go over some of our policies, yearly. It's a good thing to go over, like our assistance policy and all of that good stuff. We will have to go over our AFR, well, we won't necessarily go over the AFR, but we will go over all the checks and certify that all the expenditures we've had, but that won't be the AFR. I won't get that done. I will have your salary checks, hopefully your W-2s. I don't know that I can get that done. I'll have to see how the website works. I will get the clothing checks by Friday.
Sorry about that.
I will.
You can always drop them off to me, I'm
Okay.
going to the meeting.
Okay. So, but I'll get those done, because it takes a couple hours to get all them going. To sit down and have 2 hours
I had it.
straight. I know.
That's amazing.
But anyways, I do it 2 in the morning usually, have 2 hours to sit down and do stuff straight. So other than that, I think that's it for today. Otherwise, we'll see you the new year, I guess. Well, I'll see you to get checks for the clothing, but other than that, it'll be the new year when we organize and elect and get ready for another lovely year.
Good.
Make a motion. Close.
I motion that we adjourn the meeting at 7:37.
You second it?
I'll second.
Okay.
Oh,
Got a motion on the floor to adjourn the meeting. All
Done?
those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm just taking.
Abstain.
Aye.
Motion carried. Close the meeting.
You get that back?
You can have
2025. Merry Christmas, we'll see you next year.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, blah, blah, blah.
Don't call
Get
me,
these
don't
stuff
call me.
done
So,
and get ready for the cold.
the fire up
Are we off?
on Carlos Road